Hello, welcome back.
Yeah.
My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is the Bars and Bells Studio, where tonight on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. it's our Strength and Swings class, semester 3 this year, week number 1. We have our kettlebells off to the side. Over the last semester, we worked on our single arm swings, our cleans, and some squats. And we're going to continue on with some of those skills for the next semester, focusing on some lunges and some presses.
Ooh.
So get your bells off to the side and ready. Until we grab our kettlebells, let's start with our body weight warm-up practice.
That's my cue right here. So get yourself a little bit of space, and today we're using our light bells and light repetitions. We have 8 weeks to accumulate some reps and maybe even bell up in the process. So with the hands across the chest or just lightly clasped behind the back, figure 8 shape starting with the head neck. Start with that chin tuck looking towards the floor, and then rotate across the clavicle to look up a wall, look at the ceiling, and when your chin lines up with your belly button, look back down the middle and repeat the other way. So it's a rotation up the wall to the ceiling, and then crown high to bring the chin low. But next, we'll bring the chin up in extension and then rotate to look across the ceiling to the wall. And then down the wall to the floor, find ourselves back in the middle and pull down on the neck to help it extend with strength. And then a rotation to the side, our chin tuck, and return to the middle, and then eyes on the horizon. Open up your stance for a slight variation. Let's replicate those same shapes through the rib cage. Hands across the body with shoulder blades in light retraction, and start with the flexion of the rounding shape forward. From here, it's a rotation, a side bend to the back corner, lift up and over to the middle, and then like a candy cane, flex through the middle. Then our rotation the other side, our side bend back there, our back bend to the middle, and pull ourselves back on nice and strong with the shield. Then it's extension looking up or lifting up and rotating, and side bending and circling from the back corner to the front, and embrace that shield of abs as we extend up once more. And then we rotate and a side bend and a circle shape back to the front and get tall. So far, we've checked in with that head neck, the rib cage, and for me, lastly, the shoulders. Let's step back into a high lunge position. You could also do this from a parallel foot stance underneath the hips. And with a hand at the side, gently elevate or shrug, and then find the armpits lats as you pull down. Then keeping the arms straight, give us that thumbs up, and continue thumbs ups towards overhead. Now articulating in that shoulder socket, keep the elbow straight as we turn in or turn that thumb down, and then hug that midline or adduct to the back, and then return the hand to the leg at the back. Then elevate a shoulder, shrug up, and then pull down. And extension is reaching back, keeping our hips and shoulders squared to the front of the room. And then in that shoulder socket, turn the palm up, pull the armpit down to bring the arm overhead, and then return the arm back down through that pathway in front to the side of the hip, and a little shake. Do these movements feel safe and easy and awesome? Great, then that's good news for our kettlebell practice, but perhaps stick with these bodyweight basics to check in and stay strong. At the shoulder, we'll lift up. Then pull the armpit low. Then take that straight arm to front. Front turns into overhead. Then keeping the elbow straight, we'll turn in on that shoulder socket, turning the thumb down, reaching so that the pinky side faces forward, and we'll bring the arm back to the hip. Then at the shoulder, depress or shrug down. Then extension reaching back. Keep the arm straight as we turn that humerus ball socket there towards the overhead shape. And then, like it's easy, bring that arm back down into the front and shake. Prep the lunge stance, got the shoulders going. I'm sure there's more, Lauren. Take it from here.
There is more. Normally we warm up those lunges. We'll do that too. Let's start with a squat though. So with our feet in our squat position, let's pull ourselves down and just find ourselves there for the first time today. So in that safe low squat, remember the difference here between our squat and our hinge. In our squat, our hips are lower than our knees ideally. Our chest is lifted and our toes are heavy on the floor as well as that whole foot. Now we could rock a little side to side, keep ourselves lifted, drive those knees open even with the elbows for this first one, and then hook to tall. Give that a little shake and wiggle. Adjust the stance as needed. Let's pull ourselves down and repeat. We're pulling back down to that low squat again. Let's see the difference between the lowest squat we could find, where we start to curl under, our spine starts to flex, and then let's lift ourselves up just out of that so it's a bit more work. Now, with one elbow, let's drive open the knee, sending that femur open, but keeping the foot heavy, and then bring it back. And repeat on the other side. Pry the other femur bone open, keep the foot heavy, bring it back. Now let's push both legs open, but with their own power. So no elbows, drive those legs open, a little side to side there, and then hook to tall. Oh, Kirky, how do you do that all day?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to now warm up those lunges. With those hips open a little bit more, let's take a single leg into a drop back lunge. Today we'll be doing some drop back lunges and coming up out of our get up. So let's first pull ourselves down. As we pull ourselves down, we're sending the back hip forward, keeping the front leg pulled in, landing softly. Now let's stay here but create some tension. So we're going to push forward and back on the floor as if we're going to hover this back knee. But the knee is not going to lift, but it's almost going to lift. So let's push forward and back so much that there's only 1% of weight left on this knee for 3, 2, and then relax. Woo. Let's do it again. Push forward and back so much there's only 1% of weight, and you could actually lift it off the floor and then set it back down and lift and set it back down and lift and set it back down, and now up together. Oh, that's just an introduction. Same thing on the other side. Step back into that lunge position. Slow descent down again. Shoulders, rib cage are staying on top of hips. Try to avoid that lean forward. Keep the back hip extended. Soft landing. All right. We warm up here first by pushing the floor forward and back and getting only 1% of weight on this back knee. Ready, set, 1% and soft landing. One more time. 1% of weight, and then hover it off the floor, and then land it. And then hover it off the floor, and then land it. And hover it off the floor, and land it. And last time, up together.
Haven't touched that kettlebell yet, but the body parts are sizzling with strength. Maybe throw a like if you agree with that statement. And if not, don't fret. The kettlebells are coming up very, very shortly. But let's revisit one of Lauren's squats and prep that core as we get to the floor. Let's do knees over toes, just like in that wider stance. And then right now, let's let those heels come up. Get the knees to the ground. Wiggle ourselves back just a little bit and practice that high tension plank for skills like the kettlebell. So in that high push-ups position, tuck under the hips, grab the floor with the hands, and isometrically, meaning high tension but no movement, pull the floor together. Squeezing your butt cheeks, bracing your core, pulling the feet to the hands and respectively hands to feet. Take a second off. Catch your breath and maintain your breath through that movement as well. Same effort, but this time think diagonal patterns. So grab the floor, set up that light plank tension at first, and then pull the right hand to the left foot, then the left hand to the right foot, and try both at the same time for 5. And squeeze, and breathe, and brace, and easy on the off. We'll work on those hinges in just a second. Since we're down here, I'm nice and close to that kettlebell.
I was going to
What do you say?
Because we're down here, let's continue on.
Awesome.
And get started, not really continue on, let's get started with our kettlebell. We will start with one get up on each side. If you're not familiar with the get up yet, let's practice that body weight first. And if you're a seasoned pro, let's grab that bell, cuddle, roll, and press. From here, it's that hip drive to find our elbow. A tall sit, a bridge, and a sweep through. Pushing the floor away, getting into the lunge position we warmed up, and up together. The leg you can touch will step back, open up, rotate, hinge, sweep, find the elbow, press away from the elbow to your back, pull the bell down with control, return it to the cuddle. Very good.
Nice.
What you do on one side, one must always do on the other. So Take your time, spin yourself around, and let's do the same thing.
It's the cuddle, the roll, and that two-handed press. We'll drive through the hip to the elbow and squish a bug onto the hand. A bridge and a sweep of those legs, then press the floor away, square up the lunge, and that tension we practiced, the tall stand, and pull ourselves down, always with control. Open, windmill, and hinge hand to floor. Tall sit, elbow, and stiff like a blank. Oops, stiff like a board, or as in your plank, return to the floor and leave it there.
Not a bag.
No, and come up with perhaps no hands. I think I saw Lauren use her hands on that
Whoopsies.
one. Whoops.
So over the course of the last semester, we got into our single arm swings. Let's recap semester 1 of 2024 here and warm up our two-handed swings first. Standing just behind the bell, we'll use our hinge and we'll grip our bell, tip it on its belly, pack our shoulders, pull to zipper, park. Let's do that again. Pull to zipper, park. Next, we're gonna add our swing and our park. So pull, swing, through, stop, repeat. Pull, swing, through, stop, one more. Pull, swing, through, park. Stand up for a second. That felt good.
Yes,
Let's do 5 continuous two-handed swings, tight like a plank at the top. Hip hinge, inhale to pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bell goes down, up without.
All right. Get-ups, swings, 2 of our favorite exercises with tremendous variations. But let's just stick to those basics today with the get-up and do the same thing.
2 of our favorite things.
Ooh, wow.
I missed the rhyme.
Oh, I didn't miss it. I just didn't exaggerate it. So back to the ground in our get-up style. Lauren, tell us what to do.
Okay. Cuddle, roll, press that bell. 1 full get-up again. Elbow hip drive. Hand, bridge, sweep. Press through, square up, hippity hop. 1 last down on this side. Step back, rotate, hinge, sweep, elbow. Now press away from that elbow, controlled. Bell comes down, returns to the floor. Take your time.
Taking our time.
Spin yourself around.
And doing it again. So it's a cuddle, a roll, a press. Here we are on our back. Drive through the hip to the elbow. It's a big bridge and a sweep of that leg. Press away, square up, push forward through the front, back through the back to stand tall, and then squeeze your back butt cheek as you pull yourself low. Windmill, hinge, tall sit, elbow to the ground. I use those 2 hands to return, and I try to use no hands on the up.
I was paying attention this time.
Whew. There we go. Get-ups, check. 2-hand swings, all right. Now, what about that 1-arm swing, Lauren?
What about the 1-arm swing? That's what we're going to do right now. Let's condense that activity we did the last time in our 2-handed swing, but to our single arm swing. 1 hike, 2 stop swings, 3 continuous. Bell goes down, switch hands. If you're still on those 2-handed swings, that's great. Let's do the same thing, but with 2 hands. Hip hinge, grip tip, pull to zipper, park. Pull 1 full swing, through, bell goes down. Repeat, pull, swing, park. Now we'll do 3 continuous swings. Pull, 1, 2 to chest height, 3, park, bell, up without. 1, 2s, 3s.
Not looking at anyone in the back row with that comment though, eh, Lauren? No, didn't think so. All right, so it's 1 hike to the groin or zipper and a park. And then a unique swing, also called that stop swing. That we'll do twice to the tall. And then 3 times in a row, feel the flow, work on that timing, high tension always, park it, come up, bare-handed. Okay.
All right, so the meat and potatoes today are going to be, are going to be some lunges, and some presses. We personally are going to use the same bell to practice our lunges as our presses. You might have a light and a heavy, depends on where you're at in your kettlebell training here. Round one, we're going to take this bell, zip it up into the goblet position, and go three lunges on each leg, so 6 total. Step back lunge, up together. Step back lunge, up together. 6 total, bell goes down. Do some presses. Ready, Freddie?
I'm ready.
Over top of your bell, use your hinge, pull, catch, adjust your stance. One leg drops back, full touch the floor. I like to up together, or get very close. But if you are touching the floor, make sure you're not bouncing off the floor. You're just like graze, and up, last 2, blades together, cage down, 1 more. Use your hinge, place the bell down.
Whew. Okay. From that lower body, which is also a full body exercise there with that goblet hold, then to our overhead press. Again, barehanded, we can groove that, mimicking that pull-push pattern. We could use a wood dowel, we could use a light dumbbell, or here we are with our kettlebells, doing the same thing for up to 3 repetitions. So I'll be taking that kettlebell into that rack position via a hike and into the rack and maybe a slight foot stance change. And then for 1, breath in on the down. Yep. 2, breath in on the down. That's 3 presses, rack position, and then to the floor. At this moment, it does feel like I can do more, and that's a great place to be at this point in the workout. Any more cues, or at least following along to Lauren when you're ready?
Because I know what's happening in our future, I'm going back into my memory bank of semester 2, and I'm doing a clean into my rack position. You could join me, you could do 2 hands, you could do your 2-handed sheet clean. Let's do the other side.
Let's do it.
Pull to the rack, zip, 1. Butts and abs, 2. Off arm tension, 3, drive to the pinky side. And then park your bell as you picked it up, or nicely.
Awesome.
All right, so now, why I did my clean.
Why is that?
Is because we are going to clean this bell again. So we're going to zip it up to that rack position, step together for round 1 on this side. We'll do the leg you can touch, so like a get up, drop back lunge, up together. 3, swing through, switch hands out front, clean, other side for 3. So this goes back to tying in semester 2 here. Hip hinge, grip tip, pull, zip. Leg you can touch, step back, 1, step back, 2, step back, 3, step through, switch hands, through, clean. Leg you can touch, elbow stays in tight. You have a $1 billion bill between your arm and the side of your body. Now here, through, park out front.
Whew. And after lunges, we return to the press. Is it a bell that's right for you that you could feel you could do more than 3? Let's stick with it for today. If 3 was the ultimate challenge, lighter bell, or a bodyweight groove, or just 1 last repetition. Let's stay fresh and stay strong. Let's go on that other side first if I can. So here we go, my left hand into that rack position and 3 presses. 1, inhale down, 2, inhale down. That's 3. Return it to the rack, return it to the floor. Have a little shake. What went well? Let's reinforce some of your good strategies here and do it again on the other side. Hike pass, zip rack, maybe that slight foot change, and up to 3 presses again. 1, 2, and 3. Rack and return.
All right, well, guess what's next? It's not lunge. Lunge.
Lunge.
We will clean that bell again. Let's start. Let's do the same arm. Well, do whatever you want. Clean the bell to the rack position. The side that the bell's on this time, step back, step back, step back, swing through, switch, clean other side, other leg, step back, step back, step back. So same arm as rack leg. It's gonna be a bit different than your get up lunges, so think about it. First arm, hip hinge, through, clean. Leg that has the bell, step back, up, one more time, all the way to tall. Step, hinge, swing, switch, out front, swing clean or clean. Woo. Same arm as bell leg. 2, 3. Now through park. Nice.
Ooh. Even though we're sticking to 3s, the volume might be sneaking up on us a little bit, and that is all part of Lauren's plan, I'm sure. But from those lunges, it was time to press. Sticking with that number 3. How are you doing?
Super.
Ready to rock?
Yes.
And let's do it. So I'm back to my original side, that right hand dominant side. As I hike, I rack, and we go 1. Inhale. 2. Inhale. 3. Return to the rack. Return to that park to the floor. Shake it out. Reassess your strategy. And 3 again on the other side. Hike. Clean. 1. Breath in. Yep. 2. Breath in. And that fist of fury on Lauren's right hand there. Use it. See it. Use it. And does it help? We think it does.
We think it does. We think it does. Yeah, that's right, Grammar. So I was thinking about our next set of lunges because I had an original idea, which I like.
Deviating from the plan here?
I am going to deviate from the plan.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to just put our first combo together to give you a preview of your next 8 weeks. Clean to rack. We're going to do leg you can touch, drops back for the number 2. I know I'm switching up. 1, 2. Swing through, switch hands. Leg you can touch. 1, 2. Swing through, switch hands again. Same leg as arm. Swing through, switch. Same leg as arm. Got it?
Done.
Good.
Sounds good.
Okay, so that's some reps. I'll count them after. You know I can never count at the same time as I talk. So hip hinge, pull, clean. Leg you can touch, goes back. 1, up together, same leg, up together. Swing through, switch out front, clean again. Leg you can touch. 2, 1, again, 2. Swing through, switch out front, clean. Now same leg as the arm. Back and back. Swing through, switch. Swing through, clean. Same leg as arm. Back, back. Bell parks, through, rack. Nice.
1 last set of press. I'm not sure what other surprises Lauren has to finish, but I promise this is the last set of presses, at least according to my schedule. I'll return it to my dominant side. 3, park, 3 on the other side. So utilize that cheat clean or a strict clean. And for 3, inhale down. 2, and 1 more time. Press, rack. Take a quick breather on the floor. What went well? What would you like to reinforce? Let's do it 1 last time here. That's a clean, a press. Check. 2, and inhale. 1 more time. Back to the rack, and ultimately to the floor. Awesome.
Well, there's one big combo that's pretty obvious to me. It's like flashing in my mind.
Oh my goodness.
Can you see it?
I can sense it.
Take it from the ground. Clean it to the rack. Press the kettlebell. Full get up down. Full get up back up. Pull the bell down. Swing through switch. Press. Get up. Down. Up. Bell goes down.
I was with you till the second side, but I'm sure it'll come around full circle here.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
First arm. I'm just deciding what arm. Ready? Swing through. Rack. Press bell. Leg you can touch. Full get up towards the floor. Take your time. We're rotating around this bell when we do our get-ups. All the way to our back. We keep the bell up here. And then we come back up. Drive to the elbow. To the hand. A bridge sweep. Press through. Square up. Keep the bell off the floor. So pull to rack. Swing through, switch out front. Swing through clean. Press bell. Full get up, back down. Take your time again. We're rotating around that bell. Sweep, elbow, back, come back up, and drive. Hand, bridge, sweep, press through, square up together, Pull down, swing through park. Nice. Now, it's been a couple weeks. But let's finish with a little breathing. So big inhale and a big exhale. And a big inhale, 360 degrees. And a big exhale, 360 degrees. Let's do that 2 more times. In for 4. Out for 4. Again, in for 4. Out for 4. Let's do 3 rounds with more rules. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 4. Hold for 4. Again, in 4. Hold. Out. Hold. 1 more, in. Hold. Out. Hold. And relax. Now you might be like, well, that's from the Disney Channel and Chris Hemsworth. Well, it's not. We've been doing that for 4 years.
That's
so
right.
He learned
That's
from
right.
us.
He
Let's be serious. Look at
ripped it
that
off
sub
of
count.
us.
Thanks for joining us tonight in the Bars and Bells studio. Speaking of sub counts, you should like, subscribe, and sub all your email accounts so we get more subscribers. We're almost there. To where? I don't know.
I'm not being discreet about that at all today, but we are very grateful to be able to do this for our 3rd semester this year and for our 4th year on YouTube and in studio here locally in Guelph, Ontario, 10 years this weekend. If you are local, you happen to like partying and good food like chocolates and things from across the street and homemade quiche and different lovely things, join us on Saturday, 1:30 till 4:30 in the afternoon
Chill
for a
party.
little strength soiree here in the studio.
Until next time, remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Check out our newsletter on Thursday. We're on the other side of the room for some hip mobility and this semester some push-ups. So stay tuned for that. And on Saturday, we're back with our body weight workout. Until then, take care.
Stay strong.
Let's train soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.